What's up, guys, gals, and lovers of rap music? This is Daryl D. I'm back to show you one of my favorite records. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite albums of all time, none other than Illa J. That's right, Illa J, also known, or perhaps better known, as the brother of J Dilla. Now, what's so cool about this album, which is entitled The Yancey Boys, is that this is an album completely produced by J Dilla. Now, you got the J Dilla era, and then you got the JD era of production. I am definitely, without a doubt, more of a fan of the JD production. And according to what has been reported, the songs on this album were all recorded, or recorded during the beats on this album, I should say, were all created during Dilla's Delicious Vinyl era. And that's when he was doing a lot of Far Side stuff and De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest and all of those guys up in there, which in my opinion was the best music he has ever done. Was that the cool, laid out, jazzy type of vibes that he was coming out. That was his best work as far as I'm concerned. And here you have a whole album produced with his brother on it. And if you're familiar with Illa J, you know his style is very smoothed out, very laid back. That whole Detroit rap vibe that the whole world has fallen in love with and has been in love with for years and years now. This is a great album. And here's what I don't understand. It's a lot of you Dilla fans and Dilla cult followers, and you guys are all, well, all crazy for Dilla, but I never hear you guys mention this album. And when you think about as many people that Dilla produced for, most of those albums have a song or two here, a song or two there. But here you have a whole entire album of that classic Dilla sound that made him who he became. This was the stuff. This sound that's on this album is what made him who he became. But I never hear you guys talk about this album. This album is incredible. This is a top 5-star album as far as I'm concerned. Dope MC, dope production, and they even went and got other Detroit cats. Frank Ninny's on here. Guilty Simpson is on here. This is a great album. You guys need to start talking more about this instead of some of the other later stuff that, as far as I'm concerned, was not as good as this. This album is so dope. I actually bought a second copy, which I actually got signed by Illa J in LA, where I got to see him perform live at the Beat Swap Meet. He's a cool, laid back brother. And I even went on to buy the instrumental version of this record. My favorite song on here is We Here. Go back and listen to We Here. That's like my favorite song on the album. So yeah, this is Illa J featuring songs completely produced by JD, aka J Dilla. This is the Yancey Boys, and this is one of my favorite records.